Scenes of absolute carnage and total fear during the shootings on Bondi Beach, which claimed the lives of at least 15 people. A father and son opened fire, targeting Jewish people attending a Hanukkah event in Sydney in Australia. And a Scottish model has told how she's scared to leave the house after cheating death in a Bondi Beach terror attack. 26-year-old Miya Lind from Kirknewton in West Lothian lives just 15 minutes away from Sydney's most famous white sands and made plans with two friends to see the sunset together. Miya said, "We heard pops going off and we were the last people to walk across the bridge before the armed men came over it. Thankfully I managed to get to the end of the beach where there's one or two cafes and I hid in an alleyway. People were screaming and crying. We were ducking gunshots without even realising. I sat down because I was panting so hard and didn't know if more gunmen were coming from another direction. I looked to my left and there was a guy with his arm blown off, and when I saw blood it sank in what was happening. We had to run back to where we ran from and I could see the devastation. Bodies were everywhere." The Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese, responded to the terror attack.
What we saw yesterday was an act of pure evil, an act of terror, an act of anti-Semitism, an attack on the first day of Hanukkah targeted at the Jewish community. A dark day in Australia's history on what should have been a day of light. The government is prepared to take whatever action is necessary. Included in that is the need for tougher gun laws.
The Jewish community in the city of Sydney has been left stunned by what's happened, a peaceful religious event turning into a massacre of at least 15 people. But many feel the death toll could have risen had it not been for the intervention of a fruit shop owner, Ahmed Al-Ahmed, who bravely wrestled one of the gunmen to the ground.
It was a great honour to meet Ahmed Al-Ahmed. He is a true Australian hero. He's very humble. He went through his thought processes as he saw the atrocities unfold. He had gone to Bondi with friends and relatives. He was trying to get a cup of coffee, simple as that, and found himself at a moment where people were being shot in front of him. He decided to take action, and his bravery is an inspiration for all Australians.
Police in New South Wales are investigating the shootings and have released further details.
I can say that we are not looking for a further offender. We are satisfied that there were two offenders involved in yesterday's incident. One is deceased. The second is in critical but stable condition in hospital at the moment. The offenders are a 50-year-old and 24-year-old male who are father and son. The 50-year-old is deceased. The 24-year-old is currently in hospital at the moment. There has been reports in the news about our two offenders travelling to the Philippines last month. I can confirm that they did travel to the Philippines. The reasons why they went to the Philippines and the purpose of that and where they went when they were there is under investigation at the moment. I also confirm that the vehicle, which is registered to the younger male, contained IEDs, but I also confirm that it contained two homemade ISIS flags. We continue to work through the motive of this tragedy, and we'll continue to do so, and I think it's really important that our investigators continue to be given time to do that.
The investigation continues down under, and despite having no intelligence to suggest any specific threat in Scotland, Police Scotland are upping patrols around synagogues and other Jewish venues across the country. Assistant Chief Constable Steve Johnson said officers are already carrying out additional and dedicated patrols around synagogues and other Jewish venues as part of our existing policing plan for Hanukkah. Following the incident, we are actively communicating with faith leaders and community leaders. We are also engaging with a wide range of local, national and international partners to ensure our communities are safe. Meanwhile, the Jewish Council of Scotland say their hearts go out to the victims and their families in Sydney, and they say they won't be deterred by anti-Semitism, but they are concerned that there could be an attack on the Jewish community in Scotland.
Extremely worried. And Police Scotland are super. There's no question there. But you see the graffiti, you see the chants, the flags, the calls for this, the calls for that. People are worried. And I think we're what do they say? People talk about ambient anti-Semitism, the sense of there's a hatred in the air and intolerance. And we feel that. The community, it's perceptible. And it does cause very genuine anxiety, concern and fear. That we're only, a hair's breadth at any given moment from something, heaven forbid, like Manchester or like Sydney or elsewhere.
And First Minister John Swinney said he was horrified by the attacks and revealed that Police Scotland and education chiefs are in discussion to boost safety at places of worship, schools and university. He said this included Scotland's only Jewish school, Calderwood Lodge in Newton Mearns.
My thoughts are with all those who have lost loved ones, and we grieve each loss profoundly. Anti-Semitism is an evil we must confront wherever and whenever it takes place. The Scottish Government is committed to ensuring that Scotland's Jewish community is supported, free from fear and able to continue contributing to national life. We are in close contact with Police Scotland and partners in education to ensure every community feels safe, including at places of worship, schools and universities. Last night I was honoured to speak at the Hanukkah celebration at Edinburgh City Chambers. Hanukkah is a celebration of light. It reminds us all that light is stronger than darkness. And during the rest of Hanukkah, let us remember that even in the darkest of times, hope and goodness will always endure. The circumstances at Calderwood Lodge School, and I have been looking closely at some of the issues in relation to the security and the safety of the school, because in the light of, our schools have got to be safe places in all circumstances, and that must apply to Calderwood Lodge School. I'm aware of some issues about security, which I am personally addressing, so I want to give Mr Carlow that assurance that this issue is very much on my desk and I'm looking at it personally, and I will be taking steps to address these issues.
And suspected Bondi Beach gunman Naveed Akram has woken up from a coma and is now reportedly being questioned by police. Naveed, 24, and his father Saeed, 50, are accused of gunning down 15 people celebrating Hanukkah on Bondi Beach on Sunday. Saeed died after being shot as he cowered on a footbridge with his son as they carried out Australia's deadliest mass shooting in 30 years. Naveed was given life-saving CPR and was rushed to hospital after being hit multiple times by brave officers. He was placed in a coma but woke up earlier today.